What is up, diecast collectors? This is 9446 Network back with another diecast review, and today I have what I think is probably the best William Byron diecast in my collection right now. It is William Byron's 2022 Valvoline Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE for Hendrick Motorsports, and I've been dying to get this car reviewed. We need more Chevys to be reviewed, and this one right here, without a doubt, is my favorite one to ever be made for William Byron. Holy cow, this paint scheme is unbelievable. And yeah, my favorite paint schemes and my favorite sponsor in NASCAR is Valvoline. I was a Mark Martin fan. I think I should know what a good Valvoline paint scheme looks like. And this right here is just unbelievable, this paint scheme. We're also going to get the red Valvoline car for Carl Larson. And we're probably going to get the just generic blue and yellow Napa car with the tiny Valvoline logo that ran yesterday at Texas. But I'd say out of all of them, I don't know. Definitely the Larson and Byron ones, because the Valvoline one for Elliott was barely even a Valvoline car. This one here is an unbelievable paint scheme right here. This car was also seen last year, but kind of a different looking scheme. And they kind of rearranged it for the next gen car, and it looks just unbelievable. I mean, Valvoline makes a paint scheme. They made a paint scheme here that actually looks good on the new number placement. That's really good. So, number 24, Hendrick Motorsports. Valvoline trusted with the ZL1 logos. Yeah, they're definitely always trusted to make some of the best looking paint schemes in the entire field every single time they do it. You got Chevrolet Byron right there. You got Sunoco. You got Goodyear, NASCAR Cup Series 24, William Byron. Exalta. You can see a Cronus, Exalta, Cincinnati, Freightliner, Mack Tools, and Siemens. Got the Valvoline logo slanted. Just looks awesome. Even in the retro font. Got HendrickCars.com, Valvoline right there at Liberty University. On the back, you've got a folded taillight right there. That's just fantastic. You got a Chevy logo right there, Valvoline trusted. And you got Valvoline right there again. 24, ZL1, Camaro. The original motor oil, Valvoline. Byron, and then Valvoline again on the roof. So definitely a fantastic car, but it's time to get into the paint scheme. So this time you have a black outline and a yellow number fill-in, the Neon 24. But the outline is blue on the side. Just looks awesome, just to match the blue that's already on the car for Valvoline. Just an awesome paint scheme. Like, holy Christ, man. This one right here is a really good paint scheme. But without further ado, it's time to get the main meat and potatoes of the video, the paint scheme review. So it's spray painted white, so the blue stuff is wrapped. And it starts out towards the front with a black splitter. Now all the cars have black splitters. Some of them have colored, but mostly they're all black. You have a dark blue right there for the Valvoline with the light blue and then the red. It just wraps around the corners of the front end of the Camaro. And on the side, you have the red just going up towards the 24 and down towards the Exalta onto the side marker of the car, all in red, with a lighter blue outline in the middle, and then all that is filled in with that dark blue into that little shape right there. Looks really awesome. And of course the top of it as well, it wraps across the side windows and over the roof, and it kind of ends towards the back windows. You can see all the dark blue on the roof, the lighter blue outline, and then the red outline. But of course you got a bit of white in the middle of those colors. As you can see, there's white between those colors, which looks really awesome. They kept all the white. They didn't just make it all a solid line, which looks awesome. And of course, you got those mixed rim colors, the blackish, grayish color. I still don't have a good word to describe it, or a good name, I should say, to describe that. It's kind of in the middle. Kind of a cool rim design. I actually kind of like it on this paint scheme, so that's really good. If the car had colored wheels, maybe make them white. I don't know how that would look until I would see it on the actual car. Without further ado, here is the back of it, and this is probably the coolest. So you can see it has the shape of the Napa logo a little bit, which is interesting to see that type of shape on a Valvoline car. But of course, it wraps over the Camaro, so the Camaro is kind of outlined, or not necessarily outlined, just covered up by that little trapezoid shape right there, and it has like the red and the blue outline with the Camaro in the middle of it, and that blue filling out the whole bottom. Absolutely fantastic looking bumper design for a car. And for Valvoline, this is, I'm telling you guys, is this car better than the 1998, 1999 Mark Martin car? No. Of course it's not. Is it a good paint scheme for Valvoline on its own? Yes, it is. So this is more based off, of course, the retro look. Kind of makes it look like a Darlington car, which this car did run the Darlington playoff race. So Valvoline's been doing this like weird thing of just marketing their old logo. And I've noticed a lot of companies do this. They market their old logos on their new branded stuff. I've seen Pizza Hut do it. Let's see, another company that's done it before. You know, a couple. Valvoline, of course. And I gotta say, the Valvoline retro logo just looks awesome, you know. It's kind of cool to see companies doing like throwbacks to their old logos. I really think that actually is a cool thing. Sometimes it can get a bit old, depending on what company it is. But for Valvoline, it looks awesome. Just kind of cool to see some of the companies doing that, bringing back their old logos and then using the new ones sometimes. Now they kind of have like two logos. You got the modern-looking logo and, of course, the old school logo, the retro one. And I gotta say, the retro one has been mostly used. I haven't seen the new Valvoline logo used since the Larson blue Valvoline car that ran at Daytona last year, which we have that car reviewed. If you guys want to see that one. But as for this one, this car ran at the LA Clash and what other tracks? A couple other tracks in there that this car ran. But this car was the first next-gen car for William Byron because it ran that LA Clash race. So this was one of the cars that ran it. So Byron, this is his car first. So this one ran before the Exalta or the Liberty, which is insane to think about that, but it is. It just happened that way. Sometimes sponsors, you know, they sponsor the first ever events for some of these things, and for the Valvoline car, it's no different. So here's the front of the car. Here's the hood. Here's the right side. Here's the back. Here's the deck lid. Here's the roof. Here's the left side and the chassis. And I gotta say, I've never been the biggest Jeff Gordon, like, Chevy 24 fan, like, in my life. Besides when Chase Elliott was in the 24, I was not a Jeff Gordon fan. So it's kind of hard to resonate with, like, you know, the yellow 24. But to see it on something that I liked for years, Valvoline, a sponsor that I've liked for years, colors that I've liked for years, paint schemes that I liked for years, see the 24 on it with that yellow, I gotta say, the yellow actually complements the look of this color scheme, actually. So I gotta say, even as not a Jeff Gordon fan or not a Chevy 24 fan, really that much, I gotta say, it looks good on the Valvoline scheme. I gotta give it. The yellow actually does make this paint scheme look kind of better. I don't know what other colors I could have used for the number. Maybe if it wasn't the yellow, it would have probably been like blue with a white outline or something. But this here, I think the yellow number is where it's at with this one. This is a fantastic, unbelievable paint scheme for William Byron. And it's probably, this is definitely up there for top 10 best diecast of the year, in my opinion. If you're going to get cars this year and you're going to get a couple, make this one of them. Make this your 24 car because it's an unbelievable, crazy awesome paint scheme. And yes, I am collecting Valvoline cars. I've been collecting Valvoline cars since Mark Martin, obviously, as you can tell. Let's do a little comparison of that. Obviously, you can tell there's been some big changes to the brand. Back then, they had another looking font, which was that kind of style font, which I gotta say is probably my favorite one, but this one doesn't look bad either in terms of the Valvoline logo. Here's the top of it. I don't really want to take this out of the box again just to do the video, but there it is. So, yeah, guys, I still like the Mark Martin one better, obviously. It is a better paint scheme, without a doubt. But this car here, for William Byron, just put this car in a field of 40, and this is easily the best looking. I gotta tell you guys that. This is an unbelievable paint scheme, and of course, biofuel right there. The big black spoiler and the big black splitter also kind of make this car look kind of unique. I don't know how the white spoiler would have looked. Maybe it would have been like too much white. Maybe the blue spoiler would have also worked, or the blue splitter. But hey, you know, it doesn't look bad. This is this is a highly recommended 10 out of 10 unbelievable paint scheme for Valvoline. So yeah, this is really, really cool. So my favorite William Byron diecast in my collection is definitely going to be this one. You're going to see it in the Flash Racing Cup Series. It's probably going to run the Roval race because the Clash is not, or the LA Coliseum is not the Clash for the Flash Racing Cup Series. It's the Roval. So you're going to see this is going to be Byron's first car. I can't wait to use it. I think it's going to look good on the tracks of the Flash Racing Cup Series. It's just a good looking car. So I don't know when we're going to get the Valvoline car for Larson, or if we're going to get it. Not sure if I'll pick up the Elliott Valvoline car because it's not really a Valvoline scheme. But this one definitely is. So thank you guys for checking this one out. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review on 9446 Network. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecast.